Hi, my name is Alex Linsker. Dave, thanks for the introduction, and it's great to be in the Peace House. I've never been here before. And Trudy, you were telling me it started cooperative, or it is run cooperatively.
It is,
Yeah.
Many of the people that live here buy in, and they actually put in all their monthly income, and then they get an allowance back for spending, but they put in all their monthly income for house expenses and alcohol and.
Yeah, some people wanted to live here, and they said, "We're going to put in some money that we have. We don't. Maybe we're not super rich, but we're going to put in some money, and we're going to decide how it's going to work, and we're going to live in an amazing house."
Whatever is their income they put in.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. Thanks. So I've started 5 cooperatives, and 4 of those have started within organizations, 2 of which were not democratic and 2 of which are democratic. And of those 5 I've started, first was in 1999, the next one was 2007, but 4 of those are still going on, including the one in 99 and 2007, and the 5th one was sold. And just to give a really broad overview of why it makes sense to do cooperatives, if you look on the cooperatives page on Wikipedia, I like easy sources, there's some stats on the percent of businesses that succeed and do well and are going after having started, and cooperatives win over traditional businesses almost every time. It's just better business. It's better for money, it's better for sales, it's better for revenue, it feels better. So I went to a local copy shop to do the copies instead of going to a much bigger one where people can't decide the music that's playing. Little things. It feels good to be at cooperatives as customers and as people working there. One thing I love about People's Budget Project meetings is there's these breakout groups and there's these discussions, and I'd love to try something this time where it's maybe smaller than usual groups, maybe groups of 3 or 5. Let's say 3. So maybe if you turn to the 3 people, turn to the 2 people nearest you and say something you're really appreciative of, either happening this week or about being here. Tell them your name and say something you'd like to get out in the next couple hours. What you'd like to happen for you.
I'm Robin. Better what's going on.
Oh, all right.
We could have a group of
Oh, okay. I'll be with them. All right.
So
Sorry.
I'm just not having to, do something like, Saturday, learn something a little more enlightenment,
I'm fifth.
Just if I learn anything, I'm happy.
Great. That's a great question. I would make community organizers to co-chairs.
I mean, that's not the only job. Some people are waiting for that.
Yeah.
When they might have what's needed here.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been recently in terms of appreciative. I've been really appreciative of just being around such a kind of a rich variety.
Yeah, it's really feeling Yeah, I'm a big entrepreneur myself. I'm not a big entrepreneur myself. The cooperative. Great. Well, Jane's never had a boss either. She's given her music lessons. Right. So you guys got something in common. She did her nature photography. So she's never really had a boss either.
So just quiet and cold.
Yeah.
I love
As I was coming over, the sun was coming out. He drove from there, and melting the ice, and it was like it was raining. Anyway, that was the today I think it was really.
Yeah.
I want to understand how these cooperatives
Well, there was regular
attached to because one of the big problems
And maybe just one more minute, something you're appreciative of, and yeah.
how does that self-sustain? It's not a parasite.
I don't know. We'll learn.
This year
Well, there are some things we can
Yes,
look at
or,
as
yes,
patterns. And one is
yeah.
teachers throughout this country, and certainly where we are organized. And if there's a dispute with the people
Yeah.
who are running
Even though
the
it's
school
interesting
system,
Yeah.
they can shut it down. Boom, just like that. And that happened magnificently in our third largest city,
Yeah.
Chicago.
Okay, we'll break out into groups again later. But
Go to Burgerville instead of McDonald's.
Sometimes it costs more.
so, if we could sort of, I don't know, bring what we learned, what are some things we'd like to get out of the coming hour? What are some things we're appreciative of? Just a few people.
That's a potential.
Anyone? Yeah. Yeah.
I would just like, I think that one thing that has continually surprises me as I learn more and more about worker-owned cooperatives and just the variety and the breadth and just the different approaches that are taken and have been taken. And one thing that was Trudy was just discussing, I had absolutely no knowledge of until just seconds ago as she was discussing. And my question is like, I'm a person that loves to take in information and understand these sorts of things, and I've been, somebody who has really paid a lot of attention to economic activities that have been happening both historically and currently for many decades now. And why is it only recently that I'm learning about worker-owned cooperatives? And what is that information just suppressed in our culture, or what have you?
Okay.
That's my little 2 cents.
Yeah. I was talking with someone earlier at the start, and they were saying they're part of a group, and they don't quite, it's volunteer run, but they don't quite know what the rules are. They don't quite know when they can be involved. People sometimes want things to happen, but they don't really want to speak up. So that's something I'll address. Other things we'd like to learn in the next hour. I heard some people are thinking of starting their own cooperatives, or interested in how their company might become more cooperative. Yeah.
Well, so the thing that I was asking, and I worry about the cooperative model in this existing economy, and how it survives without the markets created by the larger economy.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Great. So, yeah.
I also wonder, I'm always wondering if all the people who are unemployed, who are looking for a job in a big corporation or manufacturing, something like that, I feel bad that they're waiting around hoping some big boss will hire them. And is there a way that people could get together with each other and start a business? But it's a big problem because you often need capital investment to start it. So I don't know if you're going to talk about that.
I was wondering if I would, but I will now. What is a job? What is capital? Great. So I've passed out, and everyone here's passed out.
We have something.
Okay.
Well, related to what Michael said, I
Yeah.
guess, what's the relationship between worker co-ops and capitalism? I mean, are they mutually exclusive or can they coexist? I'm unclear on that.
Yeah, the relationship between worker co-ops and capitalism, they're necessary for each other, for either to exist. Is an idea I have, and I'll tell you, and
Okay.
you can feel free to disagree.
I had no
Yeah.
question.
This is not to answer you, but I'm worried about the people who are behind other people who are talking, because if I were there, I wouldn't hear anything that this circle said.
Yeah. I'm assuming the seating was thought out pretty well before we showed up. I don't know. Is there a good way to? I don't know. Is there better? Should we reorganize ourselves, or are we good?
Yeah, we could probably put a couple, 3 people. If you're gonna sit there,
Uh-huh.
then we could have room
Sure.
for 3 people up there.
Sure.
Why
Two
don't you
more.
ask them?
I'm fine. I can
Excellent.
hear everything.
I know that Joe has plenty of volume.
Okay.
As
Sounds
long
good.
as the speakers speak up.
Okay. We'll speak up, and I'll repeat some things, and we'll great. Yeah, just ask people what they want. I love that. That's key. So we've passed out these worksheets, and you don't have to read as we're going through, but there are some exercises, I think, just to write down some things and walk away with more than we came in with to take out into the world. I think that's great. But you don't need to read as we're going along. Afterwards, you can have some things.